Hey guys, so I've just sent a thing off to pitch Success Magazine, and I want to show you step by step on how you can do the same. So, first, you need to have at least three social proof. So, you need to be on some things like Thrive Global, Good Men Project, and Huffington Post. And then also have an example from your own blog or website as well. Okay, so make sure you've done that step first, and then this is the next step. So the editor there is Jessica Cramp, so I'm emailing her, and the way that we start is you want to look at, and I'll give you a link for this, but you want to look at some articles that she has written recently and talk about that. So it shows that you've done your research, okay? So I started off with, I loved reading your article, Why is Adulting So Hard? There can be so much pressure on us to have it all together, but some days that just doesn't happen. I relate to you on not being a domestic goddess. I actually hate cooking and either con people into cooking for me, eat out, or buy things that don't involve any effort. It was refreshing to read your take on things as well as the statistics on growing up. I think your article gives a great perspective on releasing pressure and being free to live life on your terms. Articles like yours are one of the reasons I'm such a fan of Success as a publication. I love the mix of business and personal development and new approaches to topics. It would be an honor to contribute to your publication. Okay, so that first bit is all about me doing my research, reading one of her articles, talking about why I loved it, and then saying that I would love to contribute to their publication. Okay, so that's the first bit. The next bit is a little bit of info on you. Okay, my name is Ellie Bursko. I'm a writer, coach, speaker, and consultant. I help successful entrepreneurs scale their business to 7 figures and beyond whilst creating freedom and an amazing lifestyle, working with businesses not only on the strategy but their personal development to get fast results. I've been published on Thrive Global, the Good Men Project, and Huffington Post, as well as being featured on many podcasts. I've spoken at Virgin in Singapore and consulted for Snap Fitness in Australia. So there you want to talk about who you are, what you do. I mixed the business and personal development because that's what success is about. And then I've also shown different places I've written for, where I've spoken, consulted, or been on podcasts. So you want to have that social proof, okay? Don't have to have all of that, but that's just an example. Then the next step, please find below a few of my writing samples and some topics I'd like to write about. So here you want 3 examples from different publications. I've got Thrive, Good Men, and Huffington Post, and the links to them. Then I've got an example of one on my website, okay? Underneath that, I've included my article ideas below. Thank you for your consideration, Ellie Bursko. So for success, you want 5 examples of personal development articles that you could write. 5 examples, okay? You want to come up with a good headline. You can have a look on the Success site and see what kind of things people talk about, or the headlines and things like that. 5 steps or 3 steps or things like that in the headline can work really well. So I've got examples here. 5 ways to practice self-care, how to build your self-worth, the 5-minute exercise you can use to release anxiety, how your identity is holding you back from achieving your goals, and how to overcome imposter syndrome. And then I've given a little example. I won't read all of these. I can pop them in the group for you guys. But the first one I'll read here. 5 ways to practice self-care. In today's society, self-care is often overlooked. People are constantly working harder and longer hours to squeeze more into their days. In the process, forgetting about themselves. Their mental health and physical health suffers because of this. Often experiencing depression, anxiety, stress, overwhelm, gaining weight, burning out, getting sick and injured. In this article, I share 10 simple ways, actually, I need to change that from 10 to 5. People can practice self-care to reduce stress and become healthier and happier in all areas of their life. Lucky I didn't send this through yet. Read over your stuff, guys. So that's just an example, okay? Now, when I was trying to think of these examples, I thought, what are the things that I talk about? What are the things that are on the site? So I actually looked on the site of things that people would like to hear about. And when I was looking up different things, so I've got one here about identity. Identity, the qualities, beliefs, personality, and expression that make a person who they are. Now, literally to start that off, I was kind of blocking myself. And I just wrote in definition of identity. Use Google. Google is your friend, okay? So I had this one here, didn't really like it. I scrolled down until I found something that I liked, okay? You can go on Wikipedia, you can go on dictionary.com, or you can also type in, this is the one that I liked here. And that kind of unstuck me and gave me ideas of how I could start. You can also write articles on identity, okay? And you can see some people have written about self-identity, choose your own identity, what is self-identity, and different things here. So if you're stuck, just type something in here and you'll get some ideas of how you can get started. You can also look at your own content, the things that you would normally share in your content or talk to clients about, and write about those things. It's not a personal story. It's a 5 steps or a kind of researchy story, but you can add in things about yourself as well. Then I also posted on Facebook when I was a little bit stuck. And so let's go to my personal page. Oh, it's not gone there yet. Here we go. And I had some ideas, but even just writing it out gave me more ideas. And I wrote out here, what would you like to learn about personal development? Self-awareness, self-worth, self-care, identity, overcoming anxiety or overwhelm, motivation, purpose, letting go, releasing judgment, criticism, and blame. Comment below with which ones interest you, and please add any others you can think of. So someone said self-worth, Amy said identity. She also said the anxiety video was really useful. Someone said about imposter syndrome. That's not even a friend of mine. I didn't realize I had this on public. And then Aileen said overcoming procrastination, affirming responsibility for one's life. Cool. So I've got ideas there on things that I could write about even more. So that's pretty much it for success. It's all about personal development. You want to research the editor, Jessica Cramp, read one of her articles, write about that, then a little bit about yourself, 3 examples of publications you've been featured on or you've written for, and then your own website, and then 5 topic ideas that you could write about. Read over your stuff, or feel free to post it in the group and I can have a look over it before sending it off, and I can give you a link to her email and her articles as well. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I hope that's useful.